Hello, everybody. This is Zero to Hero, where everyday Canadians are getting ahead with real estate. This is the show where we dive into the success stories of several real world investors. We dive into the strategies that help take their business to the next level. You get to know the who, learn the how to get what you need to succeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today, oh man, I know I usually say this, but I got to tell you, I really am excited because today I have the privilege, the honor, the absolute exciting opportunity to be speaking with the lovely, the awesome, and the amazing Sherri McCullough. I got to tell you, she is a real estate investor on east of the GTA in Oshawa, Ontario. If you don't know where that is, if you just go to Toronto and then go about 40 minutes east, you'll get to Oshawa, maybe 30 minutes, 30 minutes east, you'll get to Oshawa, Ontario, where she has started her real estate investing career. She has done a number of real estate deals. Let me tell you something right now. If you are someone who is a mom of two, you have big ambitions, you love people, you love animals, maybe you have a dog, and you want to get into real estate, I have someone for you today who is exactly that and has done what you're looking to do. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited for this conversation. Sherri, welcome to the podcast. I'm so thankful you're here. How are you doing today?
Oh, thank you, Daniel. I'm excited to be here. Really excited. And I appreciate this opportunity to talk to people and share my story. But so thank you. I'm doing awesome. How are
Oh,
you?
I am, you know what? I am doing great. Today was a very, very interesting day. I've already shared a bit about what today went, just dealing with renovations and dealing with people. You know, with real estate, it's a people business. You got to manage emotions, manage expectations, and communication is super key. If you don't communicate clearly, things can be taken the wrong way. And today was an example of that with me. And so, yeah, but other than that, you know what? Today's a great day. And I'm just so happy to be talking with you today. Let's get right to it. So the first question I have for you today is: you got into real estate for you got into real estate how many years ago?
Well, I would say I've always had an interest in real estate for a long time. Of course, you watch all the renovation shows and that just piques your interest, but I've really had a heart for real estate. I would say probably intensely in the past, maybe 3 years. But I think it really kind of got serious maybe a year ago, two
Wow.
years ago. I had a major change in my family. My husband and I split, and it was just an opportunity. I knew then that nothing was going to hold me back. And, I was working 3 jobs really to kind of make ends meet on my own with my kids. And I thought, you know what, I really need to change. I need to make a change here. I don't have a good pension, and I just need, I want to follow my heart and do something that I, I've been wanting to do for a long time. And so that's kind of how I got started. But I'll tell you, it wasn't really until um, doing a mastermind group with Cashflow Tribe that really kind of pushed me in that direction. The interest was always there, but I think going through a mastermind group there, first it was online, it was just an interest thing, but then going to Windsor to a mastermind group, I think that's what really got me motivated and pushed into making that next step.
You know, you made a mention. First of all, I love your story. It just goes to show you that if you have the mindset and you have the
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter what happens, I'm gonna make this work
Mm-hmm.
mentality. Anything truly is possible. And I'm excited to get into exactly what that looks like for you over this last year since you've been taking it seriously. And I really wanted to just highlight about that. You said that you got into it about maybe 3 years ago, and within the last year or so, you were kind of taking it a lot more seriously. What would you say was the switch, or what would you say is the difference in approach that you have now versus when you first started?
You said it. You said it. It's mindset. It really is. I think if you get involved with or you get surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, it's great to get that. And I don't mean this to sound wrong, but it's good to get that raw. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. But I think it helps you to get that motivation. But it's your mindset. If you're talking to people that have like that are like-minded and sharing their stories and inspiring you. Um, there's, I think that's the key, really is the key to get you moving, because you can, if you've got a great group with you, or even a couple of friends, or a couple, a couple of people that you can share ideas with. I think that really helps. You can watch all the shows, and I joined another group out this area, out this way, and it was all fine and good for dipping my toes in the water. But I didn't feel a sense of community, so it was hard. I went alone, and I sat alone, and I just kind of took information in. But I think you know, I guess reading books and getting the right mindset, and talking with a sense of, or talking with people in a community setting, was really helpful for me.
That's amazing. It really, like, I want everybody listening today to just to understand that it isn't the exciting energy that you may get in a weekend event, or maybe there's a motivational YouTube video. The reality is, when all of that goes down, there is still the work ahead of you to be done. And the mindset that Sherri is talking about is the willingness to say, no matter how many obstacles I come in contact with, or no matter how many setbacks I have, or no matter how many different things I need to learn, or to get in contact with, or whatever the case may be, I'm going to do it because I want it that bad. And so
Yes.
that's amazing. I really love that. And so as a result, I know some people know about your story when it comes to your first deal. Can you just share for those who don't know real quick? What was your first deal, and how did it go?
Well, Daniel, actually, I was thinking I really had two deals simultaneously as my first deal. Like, they kind of, I purchased one with a partner in April, and I purchased another one with partners in May. So it was really they did kind of happen at the same time. The first one that closed, well, let me see now. So I bought a house in London with a partner, and it kind of went sour. The partnership went really sour really quickly, and I ended up having to do it on my own. So I got rid of that partner, and the whole strategy behind that London property changed immediately, because I bought this with a partner with the intention of renting it out to some of his workers. And when that partnership fell through, then that opportunity, I didn't bother to take that opportunity, and decided to change my strategy. I was going to just renovate, Airbnb it. And then in the very end, I ended up just flipping it and selling it. At the same time, I bought a property with a couple of other partners in Oshawa, and it was a quick, easy flip, and it went, fairly smoothly, and we closed, and we made good money off it very quickly. So, I just feel like it's hard to me to think which one was first, because they kind of both happened at the same time, and very different experiences. So, I could share both those experiences with you guys for sure.
I mean, the fact that you even had the opportunity to take on two different deals at the same time is incredible, because once again, going back to that mindset, I know there's some people probably listening and really thinking, oh yeah, mindset, just give me the numbers. But the truth is, even if I give you the numbers, do you have the guts? Do you have the mindset, the wherewithal to say, I'm going to go ahead and push? Because here's the reality. There are a lot of deals I come across people's plates, and they're in position to be able to execute on the deal, but they get cold feet. And the reason why you get cold feet is because you don't have the prepared mindset to tackle it. Right? And I can speak from experience. This has happened with me, myself as well, where there are times when a deal would come across my plate, and what would happen with me is there would be a bunch of what if conversation that would come across my mind. What if this happens? What if that happens? And it makes me feel like I have to have the answers for everything that I come across before I take the deal. And if that is how you approach real estate, you're never going to buy real estate. There are things that happen right now in a renovation project that I'm taking on that I don't have the answer to right now, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to get over that obstacle, and I'm going to fix it. I'm going to solve it, and I'm going to find a way to get through it. And I know, Sherri, that you just mentioned you came across that having to pivot, having to change direction, work with different partners and things of that nature. And so I think it's extremely important to understand that the fact that you're able to take on those deals just goes to show you that you have the mindset, and it clearly shows exactly why you are where you are today. It really doesn't. People say if I had money, I would do it. That's not true. There are people who have money and they get cold feet. I was just talking to someone today, another real estate investor, and they're looking to take down a deal today or later this week. The closing date is later this week, and their business partner, who's supposed to come up with 200,000 for the deal, is getting cold feet right now, and they're supposed to close at the end of the week.
Yeah.
This happens all the time, and it's not the money that's the problem, right? And so, Sherri, what are some practical things that you would say to people who are maybe dealing with this right now? How could they overcome it? What is something that you would kind of encourage them to do?
Well, you know what, I'm a firm believer in reading materials. Like there's all kinds of books to help you get in that mindset, and it truly is that mindset. I think someone said to me a couple of years ago, you just have to do it. Just get your first one and do it. Whether you make money or not, you have learned amazing lessons. I was fortunate enough to make a little bit of money on both of those deals, but I'll tell you, I didn't know if I was going to make money in the London property. I just had to see it through. And I learned. My son came with me. Him and I did all the renovations until we couldn't do them. And then my contractor brother came in, helped me and undid everything I did and redid it all. But we learned something, and you can't, no amount of money that you can't make enough money to learn that, to get those experiences. And I think it's just a matter of executing. I'm reading a 12-week year, and that's paramount in that book. It's execution. You can take all the knowledge you want and learn everything you want and spend years learning and learning and learning. But if you don't execute, that's just wasted knowledge. You really have to take that leap of faith, make the decision, and just go for it. You really just have to go for it and stop. It's called analysis paralysis. I did it too. I went through every single deal I went through. I'm excited. Oh, I want that one. Okay, I want that one. And then I get looking at the numbers like, oh, well, that's not a very good one. And there's things I didn't know that I could do, like renegotiating a wholesale deal or whatever. It's just, there's a lot of things that you got to just step in. You got to make your mistakes. You've got to, like I said, take that leap of faith and just, chalk it up to experience. What's the worst that can happen? You don't make as much money, or you don't make any money. You lose a bit of money. Oh, well, the next one's going to be better. Look at the lessons that you've learned. And if you don't have the money, then you can get the money. There's all kinds of people out there that have lots of money and just want to lend it to you. Like there really are a network of individuals out there that will help you answer any of your questions, share their experiences, share, their advice. There's so many people to tap into. There's nothing. The only thing that's holding you back from making that first deal is your mind. So it all boils down to mindset, because if you can always get to a certain point and then pull back out of fear. So you just got to overcome that. You just got to overcome that barrier. And if you need somebody to rah you into it, call me. I'll rah you into it for sure, because it's an amazing experience.
That's amazing. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. If you need that rah, you gotta hit up Sherri. She'll set you straight and get you on the right path. But no, Sherri, honestly though, it's 100% facts. Everything you just said, it is 100% facts. And you're not only just saying that, you practiced it as well. Mm-hmm. Now, the truth is, in this day and age, like with access to the internet and just being able to see all the kinds of different creators and investors who are putting out content, you really can learn how to invest in real estate for free. You really can. You definitely can go on blogs, trainings, courses. You absolutely can get it, especially here at Castro Tribe, where we offer that as well. But here's the deal, Sherri. You also went and got mentorship in various forms. And so can you just tell me, what was the value of that for you? Why did you find it necessary to invest in yourself? And just tell me about your experience with that. Like, what would you say in your estimation that was like for your real estate investing journey?
Well, you know what, I mentioned it before. It's a sense of community, but I think it's, you've got people on your side that want to see you succeed in a mentorship program, whether it be, through Cashflow Tribe or any of the other mentorships out there. And yes, you can get a bunch of stuff for free, but when you've paid for something, people take that as value. They see the value in that. You are investing in yourself. And these people that, the mentorship programs that are out there, they are there to help you. And like I said, they want to see you succeed. So, and like I have counsel. That's what I joined. That was my mentorship. It's not just one person. It's a community. It is a group of people that are, that are like-minded, that are perhaps in the same position you are, or have more experience, or have more knowledge, and you're tapping into this plethora of knowledge, and nobody judges you for being new or not understanding, or I just think it helped me to make my first step. It taught me a lot. I made some good friendships. I made some good relationships, connections. I mean, I live in Oshawa. The property I purchased was in London. That's 3 hours away. Every single weekend going out there. And I did the best I could. And I met some wonderful people from council out there. I had a leaky roof. So I called somebody that has a roofing business, and right away they're answering me and giving me advice. And, maybe you don't need to replace the whole roof, or, whatever the case may be. I just found that you're going to, when you get a mentor, you're going to have somebody on your side that's going to help you to succeed. I think that's all I can say. I don't really know. I just, I'm a passionate person, and I just love people. And I I don't mean I fall in love with people really quickly, but I do. You know what I mean? Like, if friendships are important to me, and relationships are important to me. And I think that's how that's how you grow with relationships. You want to build relationships. You want to build a network of people that have your best interests, and vice versa. You have their best interests at heart as well. So I love that.
Absolutely. And I 100% agree with you. Relationships in this business will take you further than you could ever do on your own. Just the simple fact of, like what you said, you are in a situation where you have a leaky roof. You reached out to someone within the mastermind who also happens to run a roofing business, give you advice, give you all the steps that you need so that you can take action on it, right? Something as simple as being in the same room, not just with anybody, but with people who also have the same mindset, who have the same level of ambition, who are also going at it like you are, can come together. Really, this is the whole life of a mastermind. You're putting your minds together in order to have a greater result, and as a result, you can go further faster. And so, fast forward to today, we're in 2022. Tell me, Wake, what kind of deals are you working on today?
Well, I actually bought a sixplex in Saskatchewan, Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, with a couple of partners. That's going to be cash flowing. It's going to be a BRRRR. It closes actually this month, the 22nd of this month. And I've also just recently purchased, that actually last week, I bought a house in Lakefield with my son, and my parents are going to live there actually. So it's kind of a little family thing. My goals for 2022 were to have 5 properties. One for my parents, one with my son, one with my daughter, and then 2 that, I was going to BRRRR or Airbnb. So the sixplex kind of fell in my lap, and so I took that. But yeah, I think that's what I'm working on right now. We're just going to look at getting some permits and make this Lakefield property a duplex, so that my parents can live upstairs and my son will have the basement. My daughter is planning to go to or applying to University of Waterloo for grad school. So I want to get her a little place out there, so that she's not wasting money on rent, and have a little bit of an investment for herself at that out there as well. And that's what I'm working on so far. I'm also just starting to put some real tangible goals, not just real estate, but other things, health, and a whole bunch of other things. Put that into place, put it into, what do you call it, a vision board, do something like that. But put some this 12-week a year book that I'm reading is really kind of helping me stay focused and, put a 12-week plan together that would be manageable. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
That's phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? We don't have real estate investing just for the purposes of creating housing for those who need it, but we're also in the real estate to change our family tree and also to support our family. And I absolutely love how you are not only using real estate as a means to take care of your wealth, but you're also doing that to take care of your family. I think that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You want to be able to invest in such a way where you bring about a better quality of life for your family. And even on top of that, the cherry on top of that is you have your children understanding what real estate is about and how that can serve and help people. It's amazing to see that whole family dynamic, because not everybody has that same situation. Maybe it's just a husband, or maybe it's just a wife, or maybe it's just somebody else. But you have people seeing what you're doing, right? They see what you're doing, and now they're also learning. So can you talk to us a bit about what that dynamic has been like, whether it's through your children or your parents? Like, talk to us about how that's been for you.
Well, it's amazing, Daniel, that I have put it out there. I haven't really put it out there that I'm doing real estate investing. I've put a couple of things on social media about my London flip, and which is only brought friends and family members out of the woodwork saying, "Oh, how are you doing that? No, good for you. Congratulations," and whatever. This whole journey that I've been on through this past year. My son has been alongside me. Both my kids have. My daughter's been focused on her university, but my son's 20 and my daughter's 22. And I'm let's just say I'm past 50. I'm just past 50.
You're aging like fine wine, Sherri.
Yeah, that's right. But I am very encouraged to see that they are interested in this. Something that they're interested in now and want to implement now, because they got a 35 years of a head start than I had. They're going to do it now. They're going to start real estate investing now, and that's only going to help them to develop wealth on their end. So even my brother and sister and our brother and sister-in-law are the same. They're interested in, what are you doing? Let me hear more about that. I have a girlfriend that is doing the same thing. They're sitting back and watching and asking questions. And I think that's wonderful. They're, that they're coming to me for that. What do I know? I'm new at this. And yet they're coming to me. And I think, why wouldn't I want to help those that I love and care about? Right. So, yeah, I think it's kind of amazing, the people that are coming forward and saying, well, you know what, I've got a little bit of money. Would you do a joint venture with me, or would you? Yeah, of course I would. Oh, well, I don't have that much money, but is there something I can do to learn? Yes, absolutely. Come and join me. I that's what this is all about. There's so much out there to go around for everybody that, why would you hold that back? You know what I mean?
I absolutely know what you mean. And it's beautiful to see, because that's how people continue to grow and flourish. And it is an amazing thing to be able to see how your parents are just benefiting from what you've been able to do, and as well as your children can carry on the very things that you're setting the foundation for, because it's really, really cool. That's what it's really all about. And so, Sherri, I know people are listening to this right now and they could be inspired. They could be maybe fearful and think, oh my gosh, well, you know what? Sherri was maybe in a different position than me. And so that's why she could do what she did and I can't do what I did, or what I want to do. So Sherri, talk to that person who's maybe struggling right now. Maybe they're saying, man, I really want to be doing what Sherri's done. I really want to be there. I just don't know. What would you say to that person listening to this podcast right now?
What would I say to them? I would say, you just do it. I it's hard. That's a hard thing to say. It's an easy thing to say, but it's a hard thing to do. I think you just need to I don't know, call me, talk to me, phone me if you need some encouragement. I think you just need to get your mindset straight and say, I'm just going to do it. Get your first deal. Actually, you know what? If you need a partner to do that with, then find a partner. Then you're growing together, or you're learning together. If it's too big of a task or too daunting for you to do on your own, then there's tons of people out there that would love to learn and join with you. I think, yeah, you can take all the lessons, the free lessons that are out there. You can you can read all the books that you need to, but until you actually execute on doing something, you're not going to benefit from it. So it just is a matter of making a decision and go for it. What's the worst that can happen? You lose a bit of money. That's the worst that can happen. And in real estate, that's not a likely outcome, really. Realistically, there's so many strategies out there. There's so many ways that you can pivot, like I did on my London property. People are saying, "Oh, you should have just Airbnb'd it. It would have been, you would make a lot more money. You would be cash flowing." Yeah, maybe I would have, but you know what? The lesson I learned and the decision I made means just as much to me as making all that money. It really was. I really learned a lot. So I think it's just a matter of executing. That's my biggest advice. Execute on what you're learning.
Just do it. And it sounds, you're absolutely right. It sounds easy, harder to do. And that's the absolute truth. It is harder to do, but it's absolutely worth it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've actually come to have a great respect for people who have, who talk about, they talk about the things that they've attempted to do, and it never ended up working out for them. I grow to have a lot of respect for those people because they had the courage to step out and make it and do it anyway.
Yeah.
See, and it's far better than being that person who always likes to talk in hypotheticals. Oh, if I was this person, I could have done it too. Or, if I put in the 16 hours, I would have done that too. But the truth is, you didn't.
Right.
And that's why you are where you are. But
right. You'll always be held back if you have these limiting beliefs.
Yes.
You will always be held back. 100%.
That's right. You have to address them. You have to address them one way or another in order to get on the other side. Even Will Smith, other people have said the magic happens on the other side of fear. When you're able to get on the other side, that's where things start to happen. Sherri, you continue to do that. And that's exactly why you're going to continue to grow in your real estate journey. And so, you did say, if people, if they need some encouragement, or maybe they need some help, maybe they need help sorting through some things. What's the best way for people to get in contact with you if they want to look to get some help in that way, or even if they want to invest with you? What are some ways where they can do that?
Well, I'm a mortgage agent, so there's certainly, I can reach out to my Facebook page is the mortgage center .com/Sherri McCullough. You can look me up. Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I think I have an Instagram account, but I never use it, so that's probably not the best way. Or my phone number. Am I okay to give my phone number over there?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, that's best. You can text me is probably the easiest. My number is 647-960-9020. Sherri McCullough. My last name spelled MCCULLOUGH. Sherri with an I. Or email mccullough.s@mortgagecenter.com.
Beautiful. I will be sure to put all of that information in the description of our podcast. So if you're listening to this podcast, just scroll below. You'll see all of her information just below this so that you'll be able to reach out to her. And so, Sherri, I want to say thank you so much for just spreading wisdom, encouragement, insights, and your experience, because I believe, I really hope you who are listening are benefiting from it, because I'm going to take some action on what she said just now. Even though I'm in the middle of a renovation project, I'm absolutely going to continue to, that 12-week yearbook, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to pick it up, because I heard a number of people say that book is a good one. And so I'm definitely going to put that one on my reading list. And so maybe it's Audible I'll do that with, but but Sherri, I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Any last words you wish to share with anyone before you go?
You know what? I was thinking you were talking about the other side, the other side of fear is faith. The opposite of fear is faith. And I think that's what you need. You need to have faith in yourself. You need to have faith in the system. You need to have faith that, things will work out, or need to have faith that, you're going to learn something. And until you actually do it, you don't know if you can do it. So just do it. It's not a Nike thing.
It is a Nike thing. Just do it. Absolutely. What a way to end this off. Make your belief stronger than your doubt. Bottom line. And I love it. This has been Zero to Hero. I hope you took something out of it. Be sure to take action so that you can get results just like our guests that you've listened to today. Stay tuned for the next episodes, and we'll see you on the next one.